bench press. Adios, squat rack. Fare thee well, kettlebell.
Hey, Kellen, need a spot?
No, Jake from State Farm. I'm just saying goodbye to my pricey gym membership.
What? Don't give up what you love. State Farm has options like insuring your home and ride, with great rates on both.
Nice. Hey, can I buy you a protein shake or a granola bar or...
For surprisingly great rates, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
At Huntington, we've been asking ourselves, is it possible to lend money at zero interest? And it totally is. Introducing Standby Cash. When you need extra cash, you can qualify for between $100 and $1,000 at Huntington, and it's free when you autopay us back across 3 months. Why would a bank do that? Just to look out for people. That's how we reinvent banking. Huntington, welcome. Without automatic payments, 12% APR. Eligibility requirements apply. Amount available is based on customer eligibility. Learn more at huntington.com/standbycash.
Look at you, listening to Spotify while you do whatever it is you're doing. That's exactly why it makes sense to promote your business here. Yeah, your business. Whether you have 2 employees or 2,000, your voice can reach as broad or as narrow of an audience as you need, and connect with them where visual media can't. Try it today at adstudio.spotify.com or tap the banner to learn more.
It's like it was waiting for me to go to the screen just to poof. Well, thank you for the follow, new friend. Hope you're doing all right today. And welcome. Lovely Tuesday afternoon here. All right, let's just jump right into it. So yeah, as you can see, we're going to start today with SCP-195. And if there's any issues with audio or anything, just, please let me know. SCP-195. Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. One case containing 17 bottles of SCP-195 exists in Foundation custody. It is kept in a Number 3 Secure Containment Locker unit in the Safe Class Storage section of Site-1279. Access to SCP-195 requires written authorization from no fewer than 2 Level 4 personnel and accompaniment by a member of Site Security. Due to the untested possibility of exposure due to the inhalation of evaporated SCP-195, access requires full-level C hazmat kit, including respirator gear. It is possible that further instances of SCP-195 exist. All recovery agents are advised to make note of bottles of similar style or bearing similar labels to contain samples of SCP-195, as well as redacted. Should further instances of SCP-195 be discovered, they are to be collected by a temporary containment team in full hazmat kit, including respirators. Description: SCP-195 is a medicinal whiskey sold by a pair of traveling salesmen in the pre-Civil War South. Various historical sources agree that the whiskey was targeted primarily to the slave catchers of that era and was advertised as having mind-enhancing properties. These sources agree that the salesmen were often driven out of town when the side effects of their concoctions were discovered and were hanged for their devilish ways on at least 2 occasions. Hey there, Betty B. How you doing today, friend? When a subject consumes any quantity of SCP-195, they will initially react in a manner consistent with the consumption of an equal quantity of gut-rot whiskey or moonshine. Within a short span of time frame varies by subject, they begin to experience heightened awareness and increased sensory input, taste, touch, smell, etc. This effect of the quote-unquote whiskey was advertised by its salesman and was the reason for its target audience. With this heightened sensory capability, however, comes a general decrease in impulse control and heightened fight or flight response, which has, in testing, been shown to lead to markedly increased levels of violent behavior. This response is theorized to explain the brutality shown by data expunged. Yeah, the SCP stories it's one of my favorites, and hold up. One of your friends actually got... That is really cool. I feel like I remember hearing about that. And yeah, what number? I would love to read that one. Yeah, no rush. I like to do these SCP streams all the time, so I say all the time. This is officially my second one. But I'm going to do so many more. Oh my god, this tea is exceedingly pink. Sorry, my tea finally was seeped enough, so. Exceedingly pink. Damn. I'll put a picture of that up on Instagram later. It looks like cranberry juice. Tequila is a great tea drink. I actually have had a agave tea. It was a fermented agave tea, and it actually was really good and kind of like a tequila. So, I mean, like, if you ever get a chance, you need to try that. Alright, where was I? D-Class, under the effect of SCP-195, were capable of and willing to, data expunged, to enjoy the violence of the act. Data expunged-ing. That's an odd way to write that, but okay, that's... to enjoy the violence of the act. D-183578, first-degree murder, and more, expressed a desire to rip the redacted head off with my teeth. Further testing on the capacities of SCP-195 is deemed unnecessary. Late research assistant Renfield has been posthumously awarded a Foundation citation for performance above and beyond the requirements of duty. Oh, I have heard about Site 81.
Speed bump. Did you hear what I said? I'm a speed
Yeah, I do remember that was a...
And if you have cut rate car insurance, the cost to reattach your muffler.
I mean, it's a really well-written article. Like, I'm not surprised. And considering, like, the news does not do a whole lot of research.
In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
So, why'd I use Indeed to look for a new job? Because going back to work is a big decision. But this time, I have my own job description.
After the quote-unquote whiskey's effects have worn off, the test subjects will generally return to normal, with the exception of those who data expunged. Within a month, however, all subjects will experience a generalized feeling of ennui, coupled with fatigue. MRI scans at this stage show development of ulcer-like wounds in the stomach and lungs. These continue to spread indefinitely until the death of the subject. Additionally, the subject's skin and muscle structure begins to degrade, particularly around points of stress or motion. This degradation also continues indefinitely or until the death of the subject. SCP-195 was discovered by the redacted year-old son of a historian in redacted Alabama in late 2000. Yeah, I just throw on some Spotify music in the background so there's just something going on, and I'm cheap. So there will be the occasional ad in the background because cheap. And I'm just defaulting with this playlist right now. It's a royalty-free synthwave playlist. I'm defaulting with this one right now because the one I used last time that had a little bit better environmental feel, I got 2 different copyright strikes, even though it was supposed to be a royalty-free playlist. So that was fun. But I've used this playlist on Twitch while writing numerous times, so I know that it's not going to get me hit. So until I can find something that's also royalty-free with a little bit darker of an undertone, just going to use this. Mr. Redacted's arrest and sentencing for the murder of Redacted was an item of minor interest in local news in the area. The Foundation became interested in Mr. Redacted's case when he was admitted to a hospital, at which point the unusual degradation of his skin and organs was noted by Foundation informants in the medical community and traced back to an antebellum home where he had assisted his father in cataloging various items of historical interest. A Foundation team was dispatched to the home and located an open case containing redacted bottles of SCP-195. Addendum. Historical sources' descriptions of the salesman seem to agree that one man was blonde and unusually tall, while the other had dark hair and walked with a stoop. Both men had quote-unquote strange bright eyes and wore matching redacted. Redacted match current data expunged, remain uncaptured. All personnel are reminded that the capture of data expunged 6 priority. So that's an interesting one. It's whiskey that makes you violent and eats away at you. Which I can say, as a former bartender, is, I probably would have swapped this out for a couple people. no, your organs are dying. Oh, darn. Oh, no. Well, maybe you'll stop harassing random people outside the bar now. Ha ha! Being a bartender was fun, I promise. Alright, let's see what our next one will be. And random. Click. Three, two, two. Item number SCP-322. Object Class Safe. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-322 is to be contained in a secure locker in Storage Unit 3. SCP-322 can be utilized for certain missions or for research, but a full-length proposal must be submitted and accepted. Description: SCP-322 is a cardboard box, 60 centimeters, 24 inches in width, 30 centimeters, 12 inches in height, and 15 centimeters, 6 inches in depth, with the words "Grow Your Own Castle Kit" and a stylized cartoon similar to those in circulation in the 1950s. The box contains a small, very simple pamphlet and a glass jar filled with large grains of sand. The pamphlet states a simple set of instructions that, when followed correctly, will produce a large castle. An exact transcript of the manual is as follows. I'm going to do a nifty little voice here. Well, hey there, kiddo. So you want your own castle, but you don't want to waste your time imagining one? Then this is the kit for you. All you have to do is plant one of the specialty-made castle seeds somewhere where there's a lot of free space, such as a field, under 3 feet of dirt. Having trouble digging that all by yourself, son? Then convince an adult to help by promising him vassalage over some of your soon-to-be kingdom. The next step is just as easy, but just as important. All you have to do is make sure you water your castle every day at 12 o'clock for 7 days. That's 1 week. And make sure you do it too, otherwise it won't work. And then you're right back to square one. Make sure you follow all the steps and you should have your very own castle in just 7 days. Pretty nifty, huh, sport?
Springfest is happening at Lowe's, where you'll find everything you need.
When these directions are followed, the result is a large stone fortress, including an inner keep, a courtyard, and outer wall, in the location that the seeds were planted.
Shop Lowe's right now for everything spring.
Placing more than one seed increases the size of the castle twofold per extra seed planted, and the styles, Romanesque, Baroque, Gothic, Kremlin, Shiro, etc., depend on the color of the seed that has been planted. On rare occasions, when a castle is formed, there is already a staff of servants within utterly dedicated to the original planner, although they are often inhuman in appearance. Footnote 1. While no conclusive link between the two have been discovered, SCP-2448 is notably similar in that it is a castle that occasionally manifests humanoid denizens. Additional notes. The object was found in Orlando, Florida in 19 Redacted, in the hands of someone trying to turn it into an amusement park. The item was confiscated and the person in question had their memory purged. That is an awesome concept for just like this sounds like something that came out of Wondertainment. Like I get yeah, I'm getting major Wondertainment vibes from this. Also reminds me of Capsule Corp from Dragon Ball. Like, oh, just put this little capsule on and poof, castle. I'd be willing to wait a week. My house is very small. I would like a castle. I would wait a week. But also, like, I live in the city, so, like, I don't know if there's room for a castle. Because it doesn't actually say how big the castle is. It just says that adding more seeds increases the size of the castle. I need more details, but I don't hate it. I really dig the concept. Alright, our next one here. I do need to one of these days actually like sit down and finish writing all of the SCP ideas I have. Because I think since I got interested... Yeah, ever since I got interested in SCP, I think I've written and deleted like a dozen. So yeah, one of these days I need to actually sit down and write one. Which I like to think I'd be pretty good at. I like to think that I'm creative and entertaining, and you know, I did work as a paralegal for a little while, so like I have that extra added professionalism. Hey Cam, what's going on, friend? You just getting off work? nice. Sounds like you had a busy day today. And yeah, you're kind of stuck.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm a speed bump. Did you hear what I said? I'm a speed bump. And if you have cut rate car insurance, the cost to reattach your muffler could really be a bump in the road. So switch to Allstate, save money, and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Based on coverage and limits selected. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
At Carrabba's Italian Grill, everything just tastes better when you enjoy it together. We're passionate about combining only the
Pish
freshest
posh.
ingredients with our
Pi-
wood-fired
pish.
grill to
Pish
create our
posh.
signature flavors, like with our chicken brine. Our menu is full of craveable dishes to
Pish
share
posh.
with the ones you love, even if you're tempted to keep it to yourself. So pair our hand-rolled meatballs with
But I guess it's time I get back into the next one.
sangria with endless laughter. Come together and dine in at Carrabba's for Italian worth every bite.
Ooh, what a vibe. Yo, I love how the four members all sound
So, alright, our next one.
And I'm Allison Toy.
SCP 2047.
Stories when we highlight Asian artists every week in our Music Plus talk show. A new
Object class Keter.
free podcasting platform Anchor.
Which, actually, hold on. There's apparently,
And combine them with talk segments by you.
like,
Music Plus talk show. Want to make your own? It's easy.
discourse going around SCP internet
Talk and download the Anchor.
about how to pronounce Keter. And I guess some people are pronouncing it Keter. That's very wrong. No, it's Keter. It's just right there. It's Keter. It's not Keter. Though I did so. This one SCP TikToker that I'm super into, she had posted a video like, you know, it's this one, it's not this one, it's this one. And in the comments I was like, Keytar? Keytar. Keytar. I wonder if she's annoyed by me yet. More tea. Keytar. I'm just gonna say it like Keytar from now on, just to annoy people. Who would have thought chocolate tea would be so good? Alright, let me get back into this. Special Containment Procedures. SCP 2047 is to be held in a containment chamber which utilizes a Faraday mesh in its construction to block incoming or outgoing radio signals. SCP 2047 is to be monitored for radio communications. Any radio signals or changes in the intensity of light sourcing from SCP 2047 are to be reported immediately to the site director. MTF Omega 4, foreign exchange students, is to monitor major astronomical centers and public communications for claims relating to details of the SCP 2047-1 event or its effects. Amnestics are to be administered to any non-Foundation personnel possessing knowledge of anomalous data in relation to the SCP-2047-1 event. MTF Omega-4 is also to monitor and contain any space-time anomalies resulting from Event 20471, as well as displaced biomass, non-Euclidean intersections of terrain, and transplanted matter. Description: SCP-2047 is a hollow iron sphere with a 40-centimeter diameter covered in language originating from Theta C. These inscriptions describe the process that occurs in Event 2047A as a warning system for the target planet. The surface of SCP-2047 has so far provided unnaturally resistant to attempts to open or cut into the cavity inside. Scans of SCP-2047's innards only reveal the basic outline for advanced machinery. Nothing is understood about how SCP-2047 functions or how it is capable in assisting in Event 2047A, other than to relay a radio signal back to Theta C. Event Log 2047A-1937 Day 1 7/13/1937 At 000101, Earth, an exoplanet designated Theta C, undergo an exchange of spatial position. Earth is deposited in Theta C's previous solar system, while Theta C takes Earth's spot in the old Sol system. The process occurs instantaneously. No contact can be established with the Lunar Maneuver Project. See Supplement 2047E for information on Theta C. Day 2, July 14th. Radio transmission is relayed through SCP-2047 at 013257 via its spatial anomaly and multi-locational existence. Radio transmissions are initially audible and are initiated in an unknown language, presumably to be one of those used on Theta C. Over the next 12 hours, the language converts into increasingly fluent English until communications between Earth and Theta C are established. Theta C's interstellar exchange program is first described. The Foundation requests a reversal of Event 2047A. Theta C responds with denial. Day 113, November 1st. Knowledge of Event 2047A eventually spreads over the first 2 weeks. The Foundation has no viable method of hiding the knowledge of the cosmic shift. Religious institutions experience a peak in attendance, and some reform of their values to accommodate for this event, while others dissipate entirely. No knowledge of the existence of other sentient life reaches the public. As news of the loss of the Minerva Project reaches the public, however, general anxiety increases. Foreign relations between major powers become strained as the United States, Soviet Union, and China enter a space race to explore the new solar system. The Middle East experiences a non-violent wave of protests and demonstrations in response to the upheaval of the known world and unrest with their civil governments. Containment effects by the Foundation are beginning to become problematic due to the Foundation's use of resources on continued efforts to prevent societal collapse. Requests to Theta C for assistance are denied. See Supplement 2047F for information on previous exploration of the solar system. Day 286, April 23rd, 1974. Containment of Keter-level SCP objects grows increasingly difficult and strains a majority of Foundation resources. Hostilities between nations increase as they between nations increase as they become effective, no, as they become increasingly suspicious of one another. Sorry, I skipped over a line. The United Nations becomes a strained force, not very effective in mitigating the deterioration of relations. Southeast Asia experiences a systemic political repression as China falls behind in the space race, followed by religious accusations in response to the increased volume of religious activity. Request to Theta C for assistance, following a presentation of detriments to the human race, is approved.
Like the craveable flavors of our wood fire grill, slow simmering sauces, and hand sautéed pastas. Keep going back for more bites of our signature
Day
lasagna
339.
while hosting friends with our blackberry sangria. Share a sweet
June
moment on our
17th,
tiramisu on
1974.
or celebrate a coworker's promotion over prosecco. Come together at Carrabba's.
A collaboration between Theta C and Earth is initiated in order to attempt to reverse the detriments of Event 2047A. Theta C announces to the Foundation that reversal of the entire process is impossible, but suggests that a localized reality reset may be viable. Using a combination of SCP-2047 and Theta C's technology, a CK-class reality restructuring scenario is created and includes a mass change to astronomical data, records, and memories revolving around the field of astronomy. This restructuring also resets the date on Earth to July 13th, 1973. Foundation staff at Site-88, which houses SCP-2047, maintain full records relating to the Earth's previous location and are excluded from the reality restructuring in order to facilitate the further suppression of knowledge. After a full debriefing of top Foundation personnel, the residents of Theta C are informed that further collaboration with the Foundation would not be continued due to an unacceptable risk of societal collapse stemming from uncertainty relating to previous events. Post-Reset Day, Day 146, December 5th, 1973. Apollo 18 space mission to Earth's new natural satellite is launched, including on board are the personnel and materials required to produce replicas that match the vehicles left behind by Apollo 11 through 17, as well as establish a temporary lunar settlement to begin re-establishment of the Foundation's lunar sites. Post-Reset Day 156, December 15th, 1973. Foundation Lunar Site 190 begins construction, with resupply loads arriving on a weekly schedule. Post-Reset Day 1517, July 5th, 1977. Voyager 1 mission launches in order to better ascertain the details of the solar system that Earth now resides in. Minimal data was relayed from Theta C after the exchange, but further investigation is warranted as necessary. Supplement 2047E. Planet Theta C, also known as Picol by its inhabitants, is the densest planet in its respective solar system. Theta C houses approximately 9.144 billion different species, in the best translation between nomenclature systems possible. Its sentient population is distributed among 19 major continents and one major landmass, including 147 independent governments. However, all states are connected to one central government that is housed on the major landmass. The apparent age of Theta C is 4.7 billion years, exceeding the Earth's approximate age by around 0.2 billion years. The development of both anaerobic and aerobic life assisted in the creation of this planet's ozone layer, although aquatic-based life forms were more prominent in Theta C's development of sentient life. Its gravitational force is 9.582 meters per second squared, just below that of Earth's. Each day on Theta C is just above 24 Earth hours. For every 2 centuries on Theta C, there is approximately 1 additional Earth day. Inhabitants of Theta C are a sentient race of semi-aquatic bipedal humanoids. They have a chitin scale aggregate above their epidermis, with the majority of their internal organ systems being similar to that of a human's. Through glands above their sternum, similar to gills, they are able to maintain a limited ability to breathe underwater. In contemporary Theta C society, however, civilization is land-based, with very few underwater establishments, and all establishments of this type are research-centered. Philosophy of Theta C largely revolves around olfactory expansion and the resulting effects on cognition. Inhabitants of Theta C believe that taste is the most fundamental sensory experience in existence, and as such, provides the most connection with the universe around them. Religious institutions are based on schools of thought on the effects of culinary design and their relation to cognition. There is no mention of the belief of a deity. Theta C's technology is advanced past that of the Foundations, as interactions have related. Theta C's inhabitants show a strong desire for travel and knowledge, thus utilize SCP-2047 to perform a process of solar travel. According to Theta C, instances of SCP-2047 can be found in many solar systems around the universe, sent out to planets of highly similar physical qualities. Using these, they travel system to system, exchanging planets. It was stated that Earth was far from the first to undergo an exchange, although Theta C has also expressed a reluctance to continue this practice after observing the detriment caused to Earth. Supplement 2047-F. The former Sol system, prior to Event 20471, contained a single main sequence star of 1.0034 solar masses. It was home to 6 planets, including 2 terrestrial worlds in addition to Earth and 3 gas giants. All planets in the Sol system were named for deities in Roman and Greek mythology. Their names were, starting closest to the Sun, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Hera, Jupiter, and Pluto. The 7th planet, Neptune, was found in the asteroid belt between Mercury and Venus in the earliest part of the 20th century. But due to the recent discovery of several similarly sized worlds beyond Pluto, including Athena, which was 1.7 times the size of Neptune, it was decided to reclassify these worlds and Neptune as dwarf planets. For more information on our previous solar system, Supplement 204K along with Document Collection Phi are recommended reading. The primary focus of this supplement, however, is to provide information on exploration efforts of the previous Sol system and cultural impacts of the changes enacted by the residents of Theta C, specifically that the moon exploration programs. It should be noted the Earth's original moon was similar in comparison to that of its new system, though the topography was drastically different, as outlined in Document Collection Phi. The space program of the United States in 1969 placed men on the moon. However, it became apparent that future exploration of our solar system would need to take place in Earth orbit or from the surface of the moon. After the conclusion of the Apollo program with Apollo 17 in late 1972, the Minerva missions were undertaken to place a permanent human presence on the moon. With few exceptions, including the resupply mission Minerva 18, which exploded just after takeoff on December 29, 1972, this program was a stunning success. The original program was discontinued in July of 1973, mostly due to the loss of Minerva 18. Private contractors began providing manpower and technology for more resupply missions, and the Minerva bases were considered an integral centerpiece to an era of stability and world peace beginning in 1973. By that time, approximately 2,500 individuals of various nationalities lived in a number of lunar bases. Beyond the religious ramification of the exchange itself, the cultural impact of losing these accomplishments was a primary catalyst for the eventual societal breakdowns. Interesting. I'm wondering how many more SCPs are tied to Theta C. Because that would be very interesting to explore. I don't know, I always like the exceptionally conspiracy level SCPs. But I also super love conspiracy theories, so, you know. Give me just a moment, though. I'm gonna step away for just a quick second. But I will be right back.
So, why'd I use Indeed to look for a new job? Because going back to work is a big decision. But this time, I have my own job description. Close to home, good pay, hours that work for me. You know, my terms.
That's why Indeed helps those promising themselves better flexibility to build a better resume, negotiate a better salary, and get a better job. Because whatever your promise, Indeed's got the tools to help you fulfill it.
Hi guys! For Mother's Day, I have my eye on some gifts from Samsung Galaxy.
All right.
Buds 2 and Watch 4, so I can listen to music and track my workouts. And get what I really want.
We are back.
Some peace and quiet.
Let me update with the new one here.
Just saying.
Alright, so our next one up, we have SCP-3810. Warning, Level 4 restricted. The following file requires Level 4 security credentials to access. Unauthorized access attempts will be logged internally and provided to O5 Command for further analysis. Item number SCP-3810. Object Class Neutralized. Formerly Getter. Special Containment Procedures. All organic remnants of SCP-3810-01 have been placed in Level 4 BioSeal containment units on the ground floor of Site-93. Access to these units requires Level 4 clearance and authorization from the site supervisor. No further containment procedures are necessary. Previous Special Containment Procedures. The following Special Containment Procedures are receiving ongoing updates due to the nature of SCP-3810-01's appearance. Last updated January 12, 2016, 0303. At this time, all Foundation efforts are focused on removal of SCP-3810-01 from populated civilian areas. Given the size of the entity, its exposure to the public, and the use of force by the United States military, O5 Command has ordered the immediate termination of SCP-3810-01 and a Z1 class reality reset upon recovery of the subject's corpse. Elements of Foundation security teams and Mobile Task Force Beta 22, the Rock Slingers, has been embedded into the United States Army and United States Marine Corps to address the threat posed by SCP-3810. All Foundation personnel assigned to SCP-3810-01 are required to assist government entities with civilian evacuation efforts if possible. It should be noted that, due to the aforementioned Schedule Z1 Class Reality Reset, standard Foundation regulations regarding clandestine operations have been temporarily suspended. Capable transport helicopters and aircraft have been rerouted to Zone 81 for the purpose of assisting with federal evacuation efforts. It is strongly recommended that airports and helipads be left vacant to facilitate this. SCP-3810-01 has proven resilient, if not impervious, to conventional firearms and explosives. For this reason, a JKT-11 Dauntless Strike has been approved and is awaiting activation by O5 Command. Foundation operatives will be provided with advance notice and are required to evacuate Zone 81 upon receiving a JKT-11 confirmation signal. Any individuals left in Zone 81 at the time of JKT-11's activation are to be treated as lost, with no rescue attempts taking place. Why does my brain not want to wrap around JKT-11? JKT-11 strike executed 0533. Positive effect on target. SCP-381001 exhibiting no life signs. Special containment procedures revised. Description. Let's look it up, actually. Let's see what JKT-11 is. So I looked up JKT-11, and it gave me the time in Jakarta, Indonesia. That is not what I think they're referring to. Huh. Very true. It could very well be... Hell, it could be Jacket 11 own. Description. SCP-3810 collectively designates a series of events resulting in the creation of Parallel Reality 22A, in which the SCP Foundation currently exists. The exact manner by which these events occurred and their significance is the subject of considerable Foundation research and scrutiny, having been classified as an OT-1 mission priority by O5 Command since June 23, 2016. Due to the Foundation's response to SCP-3810, most physical evidence pertaining to it has been permanently lost. However, portions of SCP-3810-01's corpse were preserved and remain in storage. SCP-3810-01 refers to a large amphibious organism of unknown origin and genus, first encountered after making landfall in San Francisco on June 22, 2016. Due to the nature of SCP-3810-01's emergence and the immense threat it posed to the civilian populace, containment/information suppression efforts proved futile in the time of the entity's identification. United States military forces immediately responded to SCP-3801-01's emergence with a considerable amount of force, destroying several city blocks with uninterrupted carpet bombing over the span of several hours. I should not be laughing at that sentence. It's not the sentence. It's my damn cat. Nora. Your timing. By the time the Foundation operatives were deployed by the AO, footnote 1. Oh, area of operations. That. Okay. SCP-3810-01 had already received international media attention and had caused widespread panic throughout the United States. At 0412 on June 22, 2016, the Foundation received information suggesting that the United States government was intending to use a sting weapon against SCP-3810-01, which would, by extension, result in the destruction of San Francisco and approximately 850,000 civilian deaths. Efforts were made to postpone the weapon's deployment at 0450. O5 Command authorized the use of a CXX reality restoration device following SCP-3810-01's elimination. At 0506, Foundation Strategic Command authorized the use of JKT-11 weapon against SCP-3810-01 to be immediately followed by the activation of the CXX reality restoration device. SCP-381001 was neutralized at 05:33, with reality restoration commencing 5 minutes later at 05:38. Due to unexpected complications involving the CXX reality restoration device, the subsequent dimension, henceforth designated Parallel Reality 22A, suffered a myriad of issues, both minor and major. An in-depth list of these complications remains classified due to the potential XC-class information catastrophe. Further information regarding SCP-3801 is classified. Now let's get into that further information. Addendum 1, Log 3801221. The following is a log of communications between Foundation Strategic Command and Engineering Team Bravo, the latter tasked with activating a CXX reality restoration device. Begin log. Bravo. Bravo, reporting in. Primary system nominal. Engine nominal. Ready to fire on your command. Command. Copy. Stand by. FSC remotely analyzes the status of the CXX device. Bravo, you are clear to fire. Copy that. Firing now. Bravo activates the CXX device. 6%. Holding stable. Roger. Power looks nominal on our end. Push to 25. We're at 25. Still holding stable. More power. 50%. Lights begin flickering in the engine chamber. My cat is freaking out right now. What are you doing, Nora? Hey. Yeah. Command, we're having an effect on electronics around us. Expected. Go to 100%. Full power, Bravo. Copy that. Pushing up to full power. Stand by. Reading nominal power. Command, we are at 100% power. Firing engine not... At this point, communication with Bravo is lost. FSC attempts to re-establish contact several times to no avail. Comms are automatically restored roughly 3 minutes later. Bravo, do you read? Over. Come in, Hello? Bravo, is that you? Report in. Who is this? Where am I? At this point, Command reports that the voice they're speaking to is unrecognized. A potential security breach is declared. Bravo, please state your serial number. Serial number? What the fuck is going on? Give me a... Upon analysis of the chamber, no trace of Bravo was found. A middle-aged Caucasian male was seated in the control panel and claimed to have no knowledge of how he arrived there during several interviews. Attempts to identify this individual through fingerprint and DNA analysis have proven futile. Further research is ongoing. Addendum 2. Memo 3810155. Gentlemen, this is clearly no time for theatrics, so I will be brief. I have good news and bad news. The good news is that 381001, as far as we know, is dead. All of the physical tissue recovered from it currently in storage at Site-93. You're free to look at it yourself, given you have the proper security credentials. I look at the damn thing's corpse myself. It's gone. For the bad news. There are times in our line of work that certain sacrifices have to be made. No doubt you have realized this if you've spent any significant amount of time with us. The sacrifice we made today is perhaps the greatest we have ever made. Reality, at least as you knew it, has ceased to exist. We now reside in what has been affectionately dubbed Parallel Reality 22A, a plane of existence similar yet different to the one from which we originated. Everyone and everything you knew is gone. Of course, the world will never know what occurred over the last 24 hours. The men, women, and children of this reality were never attacked by 381001, nor did their version of San Francisco become a war zone. This never happened because it wasn't their world. It was ours. We are now in a foreign environment with absolutely no clue what its nature, rules, or people are like. We have faced hardships before. This will prove to be among the most trying of experiences many of us will go through. You are no doubt lamenting the loss of your loved ones right now, something that is entirely understandable. Proper time will be given to those who need to grieve. It is absolutely crucial that you do not assume things have not changed. We are now alone, with only ourselves to depend on. A significant amount of time will be spent researching and analyzing 22A while we plan the best, most efficient course of action moving forward. Above all, remember your purpose. If we cannot protect our world, perhaps we can protect others. The people here deserve a chance at living safe and free of worry, just as we deserved one. We secure, we contain, we protect. May God guide us forward. 05 Redacted. Addendum 3. Request 3810241. To whom it may concern, my team has discovered evidence that SCP-381001 may have originated from an organization existing in another parallel plane, and may have entered our world with the intent of forcing a reality reset. We are requesting permission to access 381001's tissue and perform further analysis. Request denied. 05 Redacted. Addendum 4. Data not found. 05 clearance requested. Command. Research teams are beginning to scrutinize in the current reality reset procedure, requesting that the procedure and its assets be reorganized to prevent this. 05 Redacted. Granted. 05 Redacted. Interesting. So it was just a full reality reset, essentially. Because if I read that correctly, it was the destruction of the creature in San Francisco that they decided on a complete reset, which makes sense, but God, that sucks. That sucks either way. It's always rough when you come up to a situation that you can't fix. Because really, the reality reset isn't a fix of the situation. It's just a way to avoid the situation. Which makes sense, because a lot of people died, so I get it. But damn, that sucks. But I might also be feeling a little bit more into that one, just considering, I was born in San Francisco, so, maybe I'm taking that one personally. Alright, let's see what our next one is. Depending on the length, we might do one or two more. Oh, this is a long one. So this will probably be the last one for today, but this one should be interesting. Alright, let me update the... There we go. All right. So here we have SCP-4835. Object class Keter. Formerly safe. Special containment procedures. Recontainment of SCP-4835 is extremely high priority for the Foundation. Its location is currently unknown. Any information which may assist in solving this problem should be shared with personnel involved in the containment of SCP-4835. Currently, it is believed that SCP-4835 can only be contained while unconscious, as it has demonstrated extreme proficiency in breaching containment while conscious. Therefore, if SCP-4835 is recaptured by the Foundation, it is to be permanently anesthetized and stored within a standard containment chamber. And thank you for the follow. Hopefully you're having a good day. Thanks for joining today. Description: SCP-4835 is a sapient cow hand puppet. It has the ability to communicate with humans telepathically, as well as to comprehend spoken words. SCP-4835 is mobile and travels by expelling large quantities of milk from the opening in which a hand would be inserted during use as a regular puppet. This milk is entirely non-anomalous. And then crossed out they have, and is currently consumed by personnel working at Site-74. The object is cooperative and shows no desire to breach containment. However, it presents extreme aversion towards the usage of itself as a standard hand puppet, claiming that it would have a negative effect on the user and the anomaly. Due to the utility of SCP-4835 and the difficulty of placing it on a hand, attempting to confirm or deny this assertion is forbidden. Addendum 4835-1 Interview Transcript. In order to develop the Foundation's knowledge about SCP-4835, an interview was authorized. Due to the way in which SCP-4835 communicates, the interview has been transcribed by Dr. Holden. Interview SCP-4835. Interviewer Dr. Holden. Forward. This interview was conducted with the anomaly laying on a table. Dr. Holden had requested this as the room in which the interview took place lacked a system to remove the milk produced while SCP-4835 is hovering. Begin log. Dr. Holden. Greetings. SCP-4835. Greetings to you too, Doctor. Why do you bring me to this place today? I was wondering how you came to exist. You're aware that you're only a sapient cow puppet that we know of. Yes. I truly am one of a kind. I'm afraid I cannot tell you when or how I first came into being, but I can assure you that my consciousness has existed in many vessels. What are these many vessels? Do you remember them? Not all of them, but many. My previous residence was within the horn of an ox. Oh, how I miss the endless green pastures. I long for a herd of my own. Maybe, someday, I'll return to those lands. Return to my family. Ah, I'm sorry about that. You're okay here, right? No, I will apologize. I became, as you humans say, sidetracked. But yes, I possess no desire to leave this facility of my own accord. Do you wish to pose further questions towards me? If that's okay with you, then yes. You seem to not be the biggest fan of being worn on people's hands. Is it alright if I ask why? My residence in this bovine effigy has not been lengthy, but I do not yet know what I am capable of. However, I fear that the usage of my current vessel as a child's toy may cause harm in some ways, both to myself and to the human who I've been equipped upon. I remain unaware of how exactly my effects will manifest. I don't wish to destroy my current form. It takes tens of thousands of years drifting through realities before I can possess another object. Well, thank you for telling me what you know. Is there anything else you'd like to say? Yes, I have 2 requests. May you sterilize the system which transports my milk. I fear pathogens may be corrupting my offerings, and may we liaise regularly? This conversation alleviates my feelings of loneliness. I'll keep both of those in mind. Thanks for your time. End log. Closing statement. Both of the requests made by SCP-4835 were honored. A complete sterilization of the tubes transporting milk was performed, and Dr. Holden has scheduled weekly interviews with the anomaly. Addendum 48352. Incident 4835A. On March 17, 2019, Dr. Holden was unable to perform his weekly interview with SCP-4835 as he was suffering from illness. The interview still took place with junior researcher Albertson as the interviewer. Interviewed SCP-4835. Interviewer Junior researcher Albertson. Forward. This interview was conducted with the anomaly laying on the table as per the previous interviews. Begin log. You do not appear to be the doctor. Have you transferred to a new form? I rather enjoyed my conversations with him. No. He's just ill. Don't you worry. He'll be back next week. How has he contracted this illness? Was it from my milk? I requested specifically that it be sterilized. Your milk tubes was cleaned when you asked, remember? And it's been happening during your weekly conversations. He's just got the flu. Move closer to my vessel. I sense something out of the ordinary. Alright. What do you mean? Your breath has an odor. It awakens memories in me, but they are blurred. What did you consume most recently? A burger? Why? I know of burger, but I'm not familiar with beef. May you enlighten me? It's meat from a cow. They're bred for... You consume the flesh of my brethren? Is this done regularly? No, I meant from a sheep. We'd never eat your... My siblings are slaughtered routinely for their flesh. You humans disgust me. I should never have remained within this prison. SCP-4835 begins to release large quantities of milk, which forms a sphere around the object. SCP-4835 then rises extremely rapidly, exiting the room through the ceiling. Shit. End log. Closing statement. SCP-4834 rose through seven floors of the facility, exiting out of the roof. Its current location is unknown. Due to the presence of this anomalous ability, SCP-4835 has been reclassified to Keter. Addendum 4835-2. Recontainment attempt. In the days following the containment breach of SCP-4835, news outlets reported drastically increased rates of attacks on slaughterhouses. Each attack had several similarities. There are a few cow-based SCPs, yeah. Surprised it didn't take any of them with... Well, it might not have known about the other cow-based SCPs. The facilities have all specialized in the slaughter of bovine. The machinery involved in slaughter has been heavily damaged. All bovines stored in the facility were freed. Large quantities of milk were discovered in several areas within the slaughterhouse. Due to the fact that these attacks appeared to align with the opinions of SCP-4835, Mobile Task Force Lambda-11, Got Beef, was instructed to create an ambush inside a slaughterhouse near the location of several attacks, which had not yet been effected. Exploration Video Log Transcript. Date: March 29, 2019. Exploration Team, MTF Lambda-11. Subject: SCP-4835. Location: Douglas Slaughterhouse, Cornwall, England. L3. We've been waiting for 6 hours. You guys sure it's coming? L1. They told us to wait, so we'll wait. Imagine the punishment we'll get if we just stroll off and this cow wrecks everything. A noise of breaking metal is heard in the background. L3. Finally. Did you guys hear that? L2. Yeah. Commander, what are our orders? L1. Hold tight. Seb, you got the flamethrower working yet? L4. Yeah. My orders are to stay behind, but cook up some roast beef if necessary, right? L1. Sounds about right. Charlie, any more sounds? L3. Ugh, no. Jesus, this is boring. How the hell will the flamethrower fight this thing? It's got a bloody milk hose. L4. This thing will boil that milk like it's not even there. Don't you worry. L2. Quit getting horny over your gun, Seb. Think I might have eyes on the anomaly. A small amount of a white fluid, presumably milk, is visible at the far end of the slaughterhouse. L3. Pretty sure that'll be it. Commander? L1. Move in. Carefully. Got no clue what it might be capable of. L2. Alright. Guns loaded? L1. Yeah, you'll need them. L3. What are you guys stressing about? It's just a puppet. L1. Didn't you read the file? L3. I skimmed it. It's just a kid's toy that makes loads of milk, isn't it? L2. Fucking hell, Charlie. It blasted off a bloody rocket out of containment through 7 reinforced steel ceilings. If that power is aimed in our direction, they'll have to scrub our remains off the walls. L3. Shit. Anything else I should have known? L1. Well, we're not sure quite what it's capable of yet. Anyway, we need to catch it as soon as possible. Lambda 1 begins to walk in the direction of the milk, with Lambda 2 and 3 closely behind. Lambda 4 waits near the entrance of the slaughterhouse, armed with an incendiary weapon. That's a good point, Cam. Like, it definitely could be tied to one of the other ones. Because I'm pretty sure there's even a pan-dimensional cow. I also feel like though with SCP, you could just say, I'm pretty sure there's insert adverb, adjective, noun, and it is there. Alright. L1. Anomaly. Due north. Open fire. L2. Affirmative. L3. Alright, Greg. Several bullets are fired at the anomaly. However, it forms a sphere of milk around itself, which rapidly solidifies into a substance resembling cheese. The substance deflects the bullets before falling away, leaving SCP-4835 unharmed. L3. Jesus fucking Christ! Greg, what the hell do we do now? L1. Run away! The three members of the personnel begin to exit the area of the slaughterhouse. However, before they are able to, SCP-4835 rises above them and blocks the corridor. L2. Shit. Seb, you still here? L4. Uh-huh. Sorry, wasn't paying attention. L1. We need the fucking flamethrower now! L4 begins to run down to the location of SCP-4835. L3. Oh, fuck. Shit. It's in my head. It's pissed. It says it could kill us whenever it wants, but it needs to send a message. L1. Let it talk. L3. Says it wants the doctor to be here. The guy who used to talk to him. Lambda 4 really reaches the back of the anomaly. He begins using the flamethrower on SCP-4835. Time for some beef brisket, courtesy of me. Sorry, that's L4. L2. Fuck. Seb, no! Stop! SCP-4835 directs the milk expelled from itself towards Lambda 4, before increasing the speed at which it is expelled. It covers Lambda 4 in milk before moving away to reveal several bones surrounded with liquefied skin and organs. L2. God, you killed Seb. What the hell? L3. Hold on. It's fucking talking again. It says it'll let us go. We've got 1 day to bring the doctor it used to talk to here. And it'll wait here until then. But if he doesn't come, we'll be the first people it kills. L1. Alright, Charlie. I guess we should get the fuck out of here. Get behind me. SCP-4835 stops blocking the corridor. The surviving MTF members rapidly exit the slaughterhouse. End log. Dr. Holden was escorted to Douglas Slaughterhouse within 8 hours of MTF Lambda 11 relaying SCP-4835's message to the Foundation site. In the event that emergency neutralization of the anomaly was possible and necessary, he was equipped with a concealed pistol. The interview took place privately in a closed room. Begin log. Greetings, Doctor. Hello, SCP-4835. I thought that I was able to trust humanity, Doctor. It was pleasant meeting with you daily. So much that the monotony of what you called containment didn't hurt me anymore. But you never explained how your species treated mine. Listen, SCP-4835, I'm sorry you had to find out about the beef industry this way. Please, come down to me. You can sit in my hands. SCP-4835 descends from its position hovering in the air. Comes to a stop within the hands of Dr. Holden. You're where you cannot recontain me. Even though I still tolerate you specifically, the genocide of my species, which is carried out by humans, is far too severe for recontainment and forgiveness to be an option. I've told you already, SCP-4835. Truly sorry for what we do. Dr. Holden, having removed his pistol from his sleeve, fires one bullet through the head of SCP-4835. It falls off his hands and onto the floor. And I apologize for that. Dr. Holden spends several minutes ensuring that SCP-4835 no longer displays signs of consciousness. End log. Closing statement. Reclassification of SCP-4835 as neutralized is being considered. However, it is possible that the consciousness still exists in incorporeal form. Containment procedures are currently undergoing revision. That one was all levels of like... I did not expect to feel that, that spectrum of emotions off of that one. Like, that got dark in a couple places. I like it, though. But yeah, there's... So I'm wondering if the creature itself, the consciousness, is specifically bovine, because it did mention that, you know, like, my people, and so far it's only, that we know of, only taken the form of the horn of an ox and this toy. So maybe it is a pan-dimensional cow. Which is a fun sentence that I'm glad I get to say. Like, very rarely in the rest of my life do I get to utter the phrase pan-dimensional cow. Alright, I know I said that was going to be the last one, but let me see if... Extrasolar cow deity? You mean... like that? Galactic space cow? No, I know I said that was gonna be the last one, but let me pull up another random one. We'll see how long it is. And if it's not too long, wow, of course I pull up a super long one. Project Galaxia's personnel, including occult dairy practitioners, are to consume 1.5 liters of milk per day to maintain natural resistance against dairy-based anomalies. I love that. I love that so much. But I do think that this is probably where we'll call it for the day. Because we're pushing 2 hours and I gotta get some stuff done tonight. Mostly I just gotta prep more for tomorrow. For those of you that it is your first time here, for one, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for the few new followers that have swung by. Hopefully we see you again. But tomorrow, so on the second and fourth Wednesday of each month, I run the way I pitch it is your favorite zero budget Star Wars actual play. Because my friends and I play the Star Wars D&D game over Zoom. So yeah, like zero budget. Yeah. But it's a lot of fun. It's dumb. Oh, if that's the case, we are gonna head over to Archer. Go show some love for Archerino. Oh, they are playing Getting Over It today. So before we head over, this is our raid command. Whenever we wind up in someone else's channel, we all start out the conversation with a little bit of Gondor calls for raid, because I'm a nerd. And I would assume that most of you all are as well. I love listening to Archer swear. But yeah, we're gonna head over to hang out with Archer for a little bit. They are super cool people. And then yeah, I will be back tomorrow night with some Star Wars. You know, if you all want to hang out for some D&D, feel free. Let me actually hit the command so we do actually do the thing. But yeah, I appreciate you all for hanging out, for swinging by. Thank you for putting up with my, like, occasional tripping over words and shit. Makes for a fun time when I do reading streams. But yeah, we're gonna head over, and you know, as always, we're a little early in the week, and it's not been too bad so far, but still got the rest of the week ahead, and I hope you have a good time. Hopefully your luck keeps up this week. But as always, don't do anything I wouldn't do. Have a good one, y'all.